Hey everyone, Joe Menza here, and we're doing another painting in 10 minutes or less. This is the small Ron Ranson Hake, or Hake brush, whatever you prefer. Grabbing a little ultramarine blue for the sky. Trying to make something wispy going on back up here. Now the small brush is great for people who are really not embracing the large brush, the large hake, but you want a brush that's large and is probably larger than you've been using if you're using a round brush or if you have been using a round brush. So this is a good transitional brush while you get the hang of how much water it can hold and so forth. If you're doing just background washes, you've probably used a larger brush just to kind of tint backgrounds or do water, whatever. You may not have, if you're new to this, you may not have used the big brush to paint almost nearly the whole picture. So this is a good brush to use to kind of get yourself in the habit of using this particular kind of brush. Now here I've grabbed a little yellow, a little red, made a little orangey color out of it, trying to warm and brighten up my colors in my paintings. A lot of people like colors. Me, I like to have things kind of accurate to what a landscape for that sort of realism, but I do realize a lot of people really do like colors, so I'm trying to get a little bit more color, something I'm having to get used to. Our tendency as human beings is to make things straight and make things, certain colors, and we sort of get in this and we don't want to get out of that lane, we don't want to get out of that box. But you put it out there, you throw it out there on social media, you share it in your group, and you'll find there'll be a bunch of people that love what you did, the colors that you use. Say, boy, I love that color. And you're thinking, I wish I'd never used that color. But you don't say anything, oh, something's crooked on there. Maybe something drew them in, But you just let it fly. And I've been finding with that lately, I've been having actually more fun with my own paintings, my own work, and that I just, I'm trying to share with you and show you, the viewers, how easy this is. And I'm learning myself. I'm controlling myself in that. A lot of fiber of my being, I want to go and fix things, and I want to go and, this could be better and that could be better. And now I'm just throwing it out there and I'm letting it ride. And I'm comfortable in the fact that what I'm doing, I'm showing you what can be done without feeling the need to make this perfect painting. So hopefully you can, kind of embrace that factor too. You're doing something for fun, enjoyment, and not looking for, this masterpiece that you're trying to judge so harshly. Now here I've got undersea green on my palette. My palette, I have the Daniel Smith, the metal tin set. And there's probably about 20 colors on there, which I really like to have. Now, I've taken and I've removed a couple of colors that were in there. There was a perylene green. If they're not readily available at a lot of stores, a lot of times I won't keep them in there, but I do like that undersea green, and I like a sap green. And I took out, there was a phthalo blue-green shade. Now, I don't mind a phthalo blue, although it is staining, but a green shade, it just was too hot of a color. And if you're watching my color mixing shorts, you can see where I talk about, hot colors. Those colors, it just don't seem to really fit in the land. They're very, very strong landscape, strong colors for a landscape. So I took that one out. I put a purple in there, and I put a indothrone, if I'm saying that right, blue in there, just to kind of see, you could pop out and pop in little colors off your palette and just see if they fit, see if you like going to them for certain things. Is this the color convenience color I'm going to pop to so I don't have to keep mixing? If you have a purple, you don't have to mix red and blue, or you can start with your purple and make Payne's gray added to it. And, you can run that gamut of convenience colors, which is nice because you're supposed to be having fun and relaxing. So you don't want to mix everything. I mean, theoretically, you can have, red, blue, and yellow. You can have your primaries, and you can make a lot of things from that. And you really only need, technically, like maybe 5 colors tops to really get a painting down. You can do a lot of paintings in 1 or 2 colors. but 6 is probably a real good sweet spot to start with. 6 or 7 colors. And then, you know, you don't want to have 50 colors. I met this lady at a fair or an art fair. She opened up her drawer. I mean, she must have had $1 million worth of Daniel Smith tubes in there. It's like every color they've ever made, which is nice if you're trying to find, you know, a certain color, whatever. Kind of remind me of pastel, they use the pastel chalks for, you know, those, you need a lot of colors for those to mix. But that was a lot of paint. I just saw dollar signs. That's all I saw. So here's this one that I'm putting the mat on, and I think it looks pretty good. I'll do a few little finishing touches. So just working with the basic colors here, the greens, the yellows, yellow and red, orange, and I'm just kind of like dabbing it on using the bristles of the brush. And one thing I'll do here is I'll get the dark. Another thing I've been trying to really push myself to do is save those darks for the end. And I know I have those. I know I can go dark. And again, if you're watching my shorts on color mixing, you'll see doing some really nice darks and getting those darks in at the very end, like right here. And having those darks contrast off that lighter background really makes that pop. So this is your opportunity at the end. If you do too dark too soon, you're stuck with it. It's hard to get those darks out of there, and then your whole painting becomes very, very dark. So if you want a bright-looking painting, try to get them bright colors down first. You can always add the darks. So I left this mid area in the middle there kind of bright and open, almost kind of like you're looking into the light. Thought I was going to put something back there, and I said, you know what, I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave that there. Let's see what the mat again. It's a nice fresh painting, I think. Call it fresh spring or something. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to pop a little bird, a couple birds in here. Zoom back out again. See, I could put a couple little darks back in. You know, when you scrape these rocks in, if you put dark underneath the rock, it really anchors it into the foundation. If you leave it, it looks kind of weird. It just looks like a spot that you scraped. And don't forget, you can always take a little utility like a X-Acto knife, and you can scratch away. I should do a video on that, but you can scratch away some of the paper if you need to, you know, get back to the white of the paper again in some spots. So that's it for this one that I can see. Put that mat back on there again. Yeah, I think this one looks pretty good. And sometimes I'll sit it on my easel, I'll sit back on my couch, and I'll take a long look at it. But here it is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.